Good morning, students. This is the fourth video of the chapter Nationalism in Europe. And in this video, we will try to understand the role of conservatism. We will try to understand that how the European political map changed after 1815. And we will also try to understand that why the Vienna Congress meeting was convened. So we will discuss all these in this video. Now let's start the topic. Here it is written, New Conservatism. After 1815, we need to understand that the 1815 was the year that was very important in the world history. Why? Because in this year, Napoleon got defeated and all the parts that were conquered by Napoleon, it was redistributed among all the old monarchs. And for that, a meeting was convened. And that meeting was held in the Vienna. That was the capital of Austria. And that is why that meeting was termed as the Vienna Congress. So in the Vienna Congress, all the old monarchs assembled and they decided to take the decision to come with treaty after the death of or after the defeat of Napoleon. That meeting was hosted by Austrian Duke Metternich. He was the leader, he was the chairman of the meeting. And in that meeting, a treaty was signed among all the members, those who were present there, those who collectively defeated Napoleon. So after 1815, a meeting was convened, and in that meeting, certain decisions were taken through the treaty. So let us discuss what were those decisions. First was that Bourbon dynasty was restored in France. We all know that in France, Louis XVI was there. After that, National Assembly came and finally Napoleon ruled over France. But when Napoleon got defeated, the successor of Louis XVI, that was Louis XVIII, he got the chance to rule over France. And he belonged to Bourbon dynasty. So it is written as the first point that Bourbon dynasty was restored to power. Where? In France. Now, next to it, what was the most important thing? The most important thing was that the French border was sealed from all the sides. Now, through the different sides, the French border was sealed so that it could not further expand in the future. Because when the Napoleon was the king of or dictator of France, he conquered the nearby areas also. And this is how the French border expanded. And it reached up to Russia. So we have to understand that Napoleon came and he expanded the border. Whereas in the meeting it was decided that France will restore to its original position. It will not further expand its boundary. And that is why boundary was sealed by setting up different states on the border of the France. That was the second thing. Now after that, other decisions were also taken. Like restoration of old system that was in prevalence in the monarchy. Because we all know that Napoleon was a modernizer. He introduced many good ideas, many new ideas, and this was disliked by many conservatism. So when the old kings came back, they were termed as conservatives. And they applied the formula of conservatism. And that's why the topic is here, the new conservatism. So when they came, they applied all the old formula and it was completely disliked by the ordinary people of Europe. Moreover, what was the next point that was discussed, that was done as a part of the treaty in Vienna Congress? It was that Russia was given some part of the Poland. Initially I told you that after the defeat of Napoleon, all the European countries came together under the leadership of Duke Metternich, and they decided to redistribute the portion or the area that was conquered by Napoleon. So here we can see easily that Napoleon conquered areas were redistributed. But apart from that, you'll have to understand one point is here, that Napoleon made confederation of 39 German states. When Napoleon was fragmented into various pieces, Napoleon came and by using the Uniform Civil Code or by using the Civil Code of 1804, he constructed 39 Confederation of Germany. So when meeting was held, Vienna Congress meeting was held, it was decided not to touch the 39 Confederation that was made by Napoleon. And other points like distribution of some states to Prussia, some states to Austria, like this it was done in that agreement, in that meeting. So basically the objective of the meeting was to bring back old monarch in the European society or in the European country, because the gap was created. First of all, monarchy was there in the Europe, thereafter democracy came, thereafter dictatorship came under the Napoleon, and finally it was the comeback of monarchy in the Europe. That is why it is written a new conservatism, because the monarchs were conservatives in nature, so that is why it is written new conservatism. It was the period of new conservatism. So the period is from 1815, after the defeat of Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo. So we can easily understand the Vienna Congress was very, very, very important, and it changed the entire map of Europe, because it was the re-entry of monarch in the European countries. And this created a lot of problem in the upcoming society. Now when the old kings came back, they applied all the old formulas, they applied all the old rules and regulations in the European countries, and after that they imposed censorship on the press and media of that time. They completely banned the newspaper which was writing something against those kings. It completely imposed censorship on the books or the articles those were criticizing the government. So the new conservatism moved one step ahead, and apart from all the old things, it came with the censorship also. Censorship was there, you can remember when Louis XVI was there in power in France, he imposed censorship. So same type of censorship was also imposed when the new conservatives came, and they applied the same formula, the formula of censorship. So what we saw here, that new conservatism came after the period of 1815 to the Vienna Congress, and they ruled over the part of Europe. Now come to that some question and answers. First question is that what are the important elements or what are the important features of Vienna Congress? So you can write that the first important decision that was taken in the Vienna Congress was to redistribute the areas that were conquered by Napoleon. After that you can write the Bourbon dynasty was restored in France, because Napoleon was from France. After the seat was vacant in France, and thereafter that French border was sealed. French border was sealed from all the sides by different states, and at last we can tell that redistribution of states was done. Like some part was given to Austria, some part was given to Russia. So this is how Vienna Congress changed the entire map of Europe. Now next question can also be asked that why the period of 1815 to 1830 was termed as the period of conservatism. So here we can write that this period can be termed as the period of conservatism, because in this particular period the old king re-emerged. They came back after long gap. When Napoleon was there, he conquered, he pushed all the monarchs away from their kingdom. But after the defeat of Napoleon, the kings or monarchs of Europe got the golden chance to come back, and thus they reoccupied their throne in Europe. And not only they reoccupied, but they got some new parts of land also under their command. So this was the benefit that was there in the favor of new conservatism. And as they were very old people, old ideas people, they were going to follow the same thing that was prevalent in the old times. So that is why it is termed as the period of new conservatism. So like that we can write about the idea of new conservatism and how it gained popularity in 1815 to 1830. And thereafter we will try to understand that what happened to the society, how the society responded to the new conservatism. So here we are going to end our video, and in the next video we'll discuss about revolutionary. Thank you so much.